Hello.
Welcome to Curious Monkey Gaming, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Medieval Dynasty. It is spring. Spring is a busy season, especially in comparison to winter, where I mostly just ran around the map doing quests. And we have a season event, Formidable Fortress. I haven't seen this one before. A man, all rags and tatters, hungrily eats his broth as if he hadn't had a bite for weeks. I've seen a lot of bandit camps, but that one, oh, that one was unlike any others. He slurps and anxiously rubs the marks that chains left on his wrists. Someone gives him a piece of parchment and he draws the location of the map. Don't go there if you want to go on living. The story fills your villagers with fear. So I don't have a diplomacy level of 10, so I can't do the second option. The first one is the man is clearly... weird scrolling. The man is clearly exaggerating. The bandit camps are usually rather pathetic. You're sure you could kill and rob them without even breaking a sweat. It's the only option I can choose. So when you get an event like this, it only applies to one season. So all villagers lose 10 mood, but that will go back up after spring. All villagers work 10% less efficient. That will also stop in summer. You've learned that something valuable was hidden in your realm, and I got a bandit camp map. Interesting. And we have a new baby, Blatumila. So first of all, it's spring, so we have to pay taxes. And
Hello,
of course,
husband.
We can say hi to Amelia. What's on your mind, Amelia? Her mood is going down. Sometimes I wonder if slacking should be punishable by death. Yeah, we've seen that one before. The mood is going down because every villager's mood is going down by 10. And there's nothing we can do about it. It's just an effect of the season event. Our workers need more crafting materials, as always. So, first, what I want to do is I want to get my light hat and my noble shoes, and put away my noble hat, my gloves, my warm boots, warm things. I just dropped my big backpack. Don't want to do that. And I've often grabbed those things and forgotten to put them on. I don't know if I've done that in a video, but yeah, don't forget to put your clothes on before you do that. The other thing that we want to do, first thing, is go to our farm shed and put our farmers back in. Let's sort by farming skill. So we have barn worker. Actually, I might have to, let's see, who have we got in the barn and what are they doing? They are making flour, which is not that important, and fertilizer, which is more important. The pigsty has no worker, which is weird, but it may be because it's damaged. You see that little icon on the right side there? That means it's damaged. And it says when you open it, damaged. We will repair that shortly. The fold, we're getting wool. The stable, we don't need workers. And donkey shelter, we don't need workers. So, in the barn, I know that low-level workers can get my work done in the fields. So I'm going to take him and her, I'm going to leave them in there to make fertilizer and flour. I need to find... So let's sort by farming skill again. Descending, so the best ones are at the top. So, we lost Vladislava to motherhood. She's taking care of her baby, so I think she was maybe our, I don't remember, but I think she was maybe our pigsty worker. Let's put Bogusz in the farm shed. And let's put Berta in the farm shed. And if you look at the list, everybody's mood is going down except Vladislava and her brand new baby Blatumila. This is because of the season event, and their mood is going up because she just became a mother and the baby was just born. So we're just going to have to put up with that for a season. Let me see. Have I got lots of miners? Okay. So I moved a worker from the fold into the pigsty just because I'm a bit short on people and I need fertilizer more than I need wool. And I moved a couple of miners into the farm shed, so they'll be working on the fields. And they're all level 3s, which is not great, but it's better than nothing. And I've got lots of damaged stuff around the place. Pigsty, a house, and the excavation shed. So, did I already say hi to Amelia? I did, didn't I? Yeah. So let's get over to the central part of town. Actually, let's go over and check out our second fully grown horse. And we have to give him a name as well. That's very important. So we've got, and this is what I've been looking forward to actually. This dappled grey, this sort of grey Appaloosa, is the kind of horse I actually like the most. Horses are confusing, so I'm going to go into my inventory. I'm going to hit the right stick down the bottom right there to switch to their inventory, and I'm going to hold A to transfer these to my inventory. For some reason I have a rye bread. And then I can settle up this one. And then I can go back to the inventory and go to clothing, which they're not really, and hold down A to transfer these. And then right stick again to switch and equip them. There we go. Now I can ride my new horse. She is a dappled grey. I'm going to, let's see, if we go into management, we go over to animals, and we go down to horses. Down the bottom right, you can see right stick will name. I'm going to call her Tempest, because she looks kind of stormy. There we go. So, our trusty steed Tempest can take us over to the excavation shed. We're going to do some quick repairs. You can see in the upper right that we still have the quest. The quest we started doing in winter was a multi-season quest. And it's gone across. Let me just check, because I heard a notification. Yeah, there it is. Village status was turned off. So market stalls are missing something, and we have a work problem somewhere. Let's get the repairs done first, and then we can take care of that, and then we can go over to Ostoya and finish that quest. We put this in repair mode. And we need... Oh no, okay, we had enough. Because we are out of range of our resource storage, but we apparently had the straw on us. So let's go back to our list. The place we need to repair, the house we need to repair is Forest N1, which, whoa, it's kind of funny how the horses can jump on the spot. So all of our people are walking all over the place. Some of those will be miners that I just told to become farmers. So that house should be up here-ish. Yeah, some of them are miners that I told to be farmers. Some of them are just miners who are walking to work, excavation shed workers who are walking to work. That kind of thing. So I think the house we want is somewhere in here. Put our hammer in repair mode and we can see where the repairs are needed. And there it is. So now we're within range of our resource shed storage, our resource storage. So that one's repaired. That was easy. Where did I put my horse? You can see it on the compass. I just forget that sometimes. So, food stall is out of plums and cherries, so we'll just remove those for now. And we only have 12 flatbread with onion, but we have a lot of cabbage. So let's sell 100 cabbage a day or something like that. I'm not optimizing these really the best way at all. Something I might want to do this spring is maybe try and get the market stall production chain working as best as it can. I forgot to turn this all the way down. That's why we have a notification here, because I took the worker out and we have to go repair the pigsty. So let's go do that. Yeah, I kind of got the so where are all of my farmer people? Okay, they're over here, they're working hard. Love to see it. So let's get the hammer out, put it in repair mode, and fix the pigsty. Good, good. Happy pigs. So now we've got no yelling icons at us anymore, or no icons yelling at us anymore. Let's see, the pigsty is producing 82 manure a day, which is 41 fertilizer. So let's make sure that the barn is making 41 fertilizer. That's approximately correct. So they're creating flour and fertilizer. All good. So now, if we look at the map, we have a couple of villager quests. I may as well pick those up and do them. To be honest, they're kind of a waste of time. They don't really make any difference to anything meaningful. They don't give you very much dynasty reputation. They do not increase or decrease villager mood. Really the only reason to do them is that you feel like doing them.
Hail, friend.
So, can I help you with something? I'm feeling like eating something sweet. They're all tasty but so boring. I want to try something else. I've heard that Domazir, located in Piastovi's market, sells lavender honey. I'd love to try it out. I'm sure you would. It's a little expensive. It does sound tasty. Maybe I should go and buy it myself. That's splendid. Then you can go and buy honey for both of us. Sure, buying more honey won't be a problem. Yeah, why not? And somebody over this way wants something. If you don't know, you can see it on the compass. There's that yellow exclamation mark that I am running towards right now. It's Vladislava, the new mother.
How can I help you?
Can I help you with something? Have you ever considered buying a child? I can even give it out for free. Oh my, what am I even saying? Yeah, I'm just gonna look at her in shocked silence. I'm sorry, I love this little bug more than anything else in the world. The thing is, I'm just dead tired. The child doesn't make it easy for you? I can't calm my baby down. It doesn't want to sleep, doesn't want to eat, and doesn't let me sleep or eat. I've heard that poppy seeds can have a calming effect, but I've got my hands full. I can bring you some. Of course. So, but we have a more important quest than that to start with. In fact, let me check quickly. I don't think I have poppy seeds, but I was thinking I may have some in the, and we don't have planks. I may have some poppy seeds. They don't count as food, they count as resources. No poppy seed. Okay. That's fine. We'll get her some poppy seed. But first, it's off to Astoria to talk to Milton. So Milton is way over there. So I think we're definitely going to ride to Piastovia. We can get the lavender honey. Wait. Before I go, I should take the money, because my market stalls have been generating money constantly, and it's probably a bit by now. 8,000. So I have more than enough money. Just occurs to me, the bandit camp map shows me where this supposed bandit camp is. So that is a town on water with an island. That must be Ostoya, which is cool because that's where I'm going. And then south from Ostoya along a river. Yeah, so if we look at Ostoya, there's an island in the middle, and that bandit camp should be around here somewhere. Maybe we'll go have a look. Maybe we'll get ourselves killed, but maybe we'll have a look. We've got a market stall problem. The herb stall has no more potions of instant healing. Take that out. We're selling 3 of these a day. Yeah. I think the herb stall, actually, let's have a quick look at extraction. What is the herbalist doing? They are collecting lots of broadleaf plantain and dandelions, which is good. And morel mushrooms we actually don't really need at all. So increase those till they're about the same. And that's good. So what we're collecting those for is they are what you need to make potions of instant healing. You can see down the bottom there, broadleaf plantain and dandelion and clay vials and buckets of water. So my plan, I'm a bit behind on the herbalist hut, but my plan is in each season to collect some stuff and in winter to then make a bunch of potions, which can then be sold. But it's going to take a little while before we really get there. So I think I'm going to take Oscar off of the herbalist hut completely. And let's see, Oscar has diplomacy and survival of 5. So he would be good in... He'd be a good fisher. But we don't have a fishing hut that's big enough for 2. He would not be a good hunter. He would actually be a better herbalist than Genoveva. So let's put Oscar in the herbalist hut and see what Genoveva is good at. Diplomacy, sort of good. Survival, kind of average on everything else, but I'm going to put her in the mine. I'm going to punish her by putting her in the mine for doing such a bad job as an herbalist. So now if we look at the herbalist hut, we're getting 118 broadleaf plantain and dandelion per day, which is a lot better than Genoveva was doing. So that was a good deal. So let's go, oops. Let's go to Piastovia and get lavender honey and poppy seed. Let's have a quick look. What do we need? Well, we need to pay taxes as well, which we can do. So 1 lavender honey and 5 poppy seed. That should be pretty easy. And while we're going over there, or this time when we go over there, we're going to use our new road that I built an episode or 2 ago. Wolves should be completely gone from this area now because I built close to their, I think. Can always look in the map and go over to the filter wild animals and then zoom all the way in. Yep. And you see how this whole area is totally clear. It's because I built a road there. So let's ride along our little road. Interesting things that happened recently. I am very active on the official Medieval Dynasty Discord, and I was made into a moderator on the Discord, which is nice. I spend a lot of time on that Discord explaining things to people and helping people anyway. So it's nice to... You know what? Every time I ride down this road, this tree annoys me. This particular tree. So it's kind of in the way, you know? I don't have a shovel, but I can make a wooden shovel. How many times have I... Oops. I keep hitting all the wrong things. How many times have I made a wooden shovel just because I didn't have a shovel on me? I don't know how many times, but I can tell you it's many. There we go. Come on, Tempest. Let's go. You know what? This particular tree, too. Screw you, birch tree. All right. So, off to Piastovia. Yeah, sorry about the longer break. I had some irritating technical difficulties. My capture card stopped capturing. And I still don't know exactly what the problem was. But it sort of starts occasionally by itself and stops occasionally by itself. Although I have changed nothing. I have no idea what it is. I think it's just some sort of bug or hardware glitch. But it's really annoying, to be honest. Anyway, we are in Piastovia. Where is Domazir? What is Domazir doing back there? Come here, man.
How do you do?
Show me your wares, Domazir. I want lavender honey. 1. You can eat lavender honey, and you can see down the bottom it gives you more stamina, more food, water, but it also reduces your stamina consumption by 50% and gives you more carrying capacity. But all of those are temporary, so it doesn't make too much difference. It's not the best way to get less stamina consumption. Let's see. I also want Markoslav. He's the man I can get poppy seeds from.
How are you?
Show me yours. Give me some poppy seed. There we go. I only need 5 for that quest.
Can I so long?
You cannot interest me in anything. And last but not least, where is our lovely Castellan?
How are
Mirror
you?
God, I'm here to pay my taxes. Oh, that's why spring is my favorite time of year. I can't stand the bloody bugs, but I simply love the clinking of easy earned money. Come to Papa, you beautiful shiny coins. Here, you asshole, it should all be there. Or it should be all there. Yes, it's fine. You can go now.
So long.
So what do I got left? I got 5,000-ish left, which is fine. I don't like Miragod very much. If you do the main quest for the Oxbow and you finish it, you will also not like Miragod very much. Pretty much guaranteed. Oh, wait. I wanted to take the wagon, the fast travel wagon, down to Ostoya. Yeah, I don't like Miragod very much, but he is the Castellan. So you do have to pay him. And getting behind on your taxes is not a good thing. You can lose Dynasty reputation, and that makes it harder to recruit people, and so on and so forth. So... My Wagoneer is missing his body. Goodness. Are you feeling okay, mate? So,
Hello there.
I need a ride to Ostoya. Let's go. Let me check quickly, just while I'm thinking about it. I have a number of houses. I don't think I have any that are completely empty. No. But I have a number of houses that only have one person in them, which means I could recruit a couple more people. So let's see, what do we got? We've got a woman and a man and a woman and a woman and a woman. Mostly women. So I could recruit a few men. Now, I've discussed it before. I'm trying to space out putting people together in houses, or putting people in houses together. When you put someone in a house together, when you put a man and a woman in a house together, and you can only put a man and a woman in a house together, when you do, they will eventually get together and marry and have children. How quickly that happens depends on how close their ages are. So, for example, you can look and we can see that she is 23 and he is 23 and 20 and 25.
I've always wanted to live in a town. More people make life so much more fascinating.
So survival we don't really need. This guy's got a 3 in hunting, which we don't really need. 3 in farming is not bad. We could take a woman, but she's 3 in survival, which is not so exciting. None of these people are great, to be honest. I was kind of looking for some 3s in extraction. So we'll leave them for now. Let's look over here, because it's every season there are certain spots where these special villagers spawn, and that guy we recruited, I think last episode, he was right here. So it's good to check those spots at the beginning of the season. But for now, let's run over to where Milton was pretending to be dead and see what's up. I'm coming, Milton. Huh. They tried to bury me. Isn't that wonderful? I'm not sure if wonderful is the word I would use in this situation. Did you break the record? Or congratulations, you can add that to your list of your corpse related achievements, I guess. Did you break your record? Yes, I did, and as I promised, here's your share. You're the man of your word. It should be a man of your word. Dynasty reputation. Okay, so I completed that quest. I could, I believe... No, not this season. So when you're doing village quests for different villages or towns around the map, you get 1 or 2 and you have to finish them, and then the next season you'll get another one. So in Astoria, there are no more quests right now, but next season there probably will be. So let's go down here somewhere and see what we can see. I'm going totally the wrong way. So the reason I'm going down there is that's the bandit map that we got. And it seemed pretty obvious to me that it was pointing at Ostoya. So this is a case of a cave, which is not a mine, or is not mineable. It's just a tunnel. These exist in various places on the map where you go in one cave and you come out the other. But there's nothing that you can mine in it. There is stone in places that you can mine, but there's no copper or tin or iron. Yeah. But this one is actually built out quite a bit, which is interesting. I don't know if I've ever been in this cave before. I've been playing on the Oxbow for quite a while. Is there anybody here? It doesn't look like it. Oh, I have been here. I just don't think I've gone in before. Yeah, there's a quest that brings you over here. And all of this stuff is not lootable. Huh. So I kind of wonder if this is the cave where I'm meant to be. It looks like it might be a bit too far down. If we go back over to the Bandit camp map. Okay, so there's a road on the east side of the river, and near the fork in the road is where we need to go. Ah, so it's up here. It's up here somewhere. All right. So let's go back through this this cave, or this tunnel. It's good to know that this is here, though. I didn't realize that you could cut through from the waterfall to here. It's also potentially a kind of interesting spot to build. Waterfalls are always interesting, and there's flat land right around the water, and then slopes up a bit. So it's interesting land. Let's get over there. Should be a cave right over here somewhere. With, I assume, a bandit camp. Let's quick save. Because I have no idea what exactly we're looking for and what it will involve. See, we're almost back to Astoria. There's the fence. Eh? I'm not sure what exactly I'm looking for over here. Because usually those seasonal events... Ah, okay. Where is he? They're underneath me. What? Oh, I guess their cave is somewhere else. I'm getting combat-y music and I don't see them anywhere. Ah, wait. There's one. And I died. Okay. I had a little weird bug. And I think I found the right cave.
That's going to hurt. on, guys! Kill that bastard!
So, they are trying to kill that bastard, which is me. There's quite a few of them. And I'm not so great at combat. And actually the the biggest problem I have right now is I've been playing...
Come on, guys! Kill that bastard!
I've been playing The Last of Us Part 2.
Come on, guys!
Ah!
Kill that bastard!
I got stuck on some rocks. After a couple of attempts, I realized that I'm very poorly equipped for this. I have very few arrows. I don't have any poisoned arrows. And I don't have any armor. So I think I might give this another try tomorrow. We're going to take the wagon back to Podplemiki. It's getting late in the day anyway.
How can I help you?
I need a ride to Podplemiki. Kind of expensive, but let's go. It's kind of expensive because it's all the way across town. Or all the way across the map, rather. So, the other thing, let's see. Everything is running pretty much fine in town. The other thing that might be kind of interesting, though, where did Tempest go?
When nature comes back to life.
Tempest down here. Let's go around.
I'm practically losing money over here.
Let's go back down to Piastovia and have a look and see what villagers we could recruit. Oh wait, considering we're in our town, we may as well finish the quests for our villagers before I forget. Tempest having a hard time getting up the embankment there.
Be able to erect so many buildings that quickly. Everyone called him
Bob? Could that be Bob the Builder? So, somewhere over here. Back here is Vladislava. And she's going to drug her baby with poppy seeds.
Hello.
Shh, baby. Hello, but please don't talk too loud. The poppy seed you asked for. Thank you very much. I'll mix it with milk and hope my baby won't spill it all over the floor. Just be careful.
Have a nice day.
So, and now we've got to deliver a little something to Vilislava. Vilislava? I honestly have a bit of a difficulty. I play this on Xbox, as you probably know. And I'm sitting a couple of meters away from my television.
Hey!
And the typography is not very big, honestly. Could be bigger. Could be also an option to... Oh, there she is. There we go.
How are you?
Hello, oh sorry, my stomach is growling. I've got the lavender honey you asked for. That's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Thank you for your trouble. Sometimes I wish people did their errands themselves. No problem.
See you soon.
So, I got a little Dynasty reputation, and basically nothing else. Like I said. Yeah, Tempest is teleported. Very efficient horse. Let's see. Do I have a potion of night vision? Yes. That's a bit better for you and for me. Yeah, I really wish that RenderCube, the devs studio, that they will eventually make the text size in the game an option, that you can scale it. I'm going to put these in there because I don't need them. All of this dried meat is going off. I'll just leave it in there to rot. I've actually got a bunch of rot. The bread is rotten. The plum juice can go in there, and I can cook some meat. Actually, maybe I'll dry the meat. Dried meat lasts longer than roasted meat. So, generally, if I'm planning on carrying it around myself, I like to make dried meat. And not roast it. And if you remember, which I never do, it's a good idea to put food that's in your inventory, put it in the food storage before the end of the season. Food does not rot or does not get worse during the season at all. It only goes bad suddenly at a certain percentage between seasons or on season change. So yeah, it's you can carry it around all season long, but at the end of the season it's not a bad idea to put it in your food storage, because food goes off slower in your food storage than it does in your inventory. Good to know. I've been thinking about lamps. Get a little light in town. And I was thinking one, or at least one, next to the town sign would be a good idea, probably. I hate positioning these lamps because you can't see the top. But that looks more or less correct. I kind of wanted it to hang over. See, and I got it totally backwards. Not like I wanted at all. Because I couldn't see the top. Try again. Oh, and I don't have enough wool thread. Let's go make some wool thread. We should have... I mean, I took... Oh, yeah, not that much. Okay. I took a worker out of the fold where they were making wool. Might be good to get a farming worker to put back in there. Could have hired that one in Ostoya. Too late now. So, I don't need animal feed on me, or I don't need any of this stuff on me. I'm carrying around a bunch of stuff I don't need. And put it all in there. And I think it's probably time for Bogusz to go to bed. Where did I leave Tempest? Down here somewhere. Yeah, time for Bogusz to go to bed. Generally, when I'm playing, I often, especially in the early game, I often do not sleep. You don't have to sleep. It's entirely optional. But because I'm making videos, I like to sleep so that the videos don't get too crazy long. Good night, Bogusz. Good morning, Amelia.
How is life treating you?
She gave me a pear. Nice. Thank you. How's our little kingdom doing? Everything is going smoothly. Good to hear. Very good to hear. Probably want to go down and get some food for Bogusz. How are we doing for food in general anyway? We have a whole bunch of dried meat, which is not great quality. By the way, your villagers, if you go into demand, food items, let me just make sure that I've got dried meat turned on. And dried fish meat. So your villagers will eat. Well, first of all, your villagers don't have negative effects from bad food. So all of these dried fish meats, for example, this one, or these, they have 16% poisoning on them. If I eat them, I get a little bit poisoned. If villagers eat them, they're totally fine. I'm gonna take all of this dried fish meat, the stuff that's good quality, because that's then for me. I'll eat this pear, I eat these. And I'll eat one of those. All good. Okay. Yeah, your villagers don't suffer from... Well, don't suffer from and don't get any of the advantages from food effects. So, no poisoning, but also no reduced stamina consumption or no increased speed doing anything or any of that stuff. They just do what they do. All they get out of, if we look in there again, all they get out of it is food value. So if they eat a rye bread, one rye bread has 85 food value. If they eat a gruel, they get 28 food value. Every villager has a 30 food demand per day, which is how you get the number on the right above the map. It's 30 food demand, 30 water demand, and the wood demand changes depending on how warm the season is. Of course, when it's warm, they need less wood for heating. Yeah, they basically just eat food demand. They just eat numbers. And they don't care what the food is, as long as they're getting enough food value per day, then they're totally happy. Let me look. Are they eating the things that I want them to be eating? This is also prioritized, by the way. So if I moved dry meat all the way up the top, they would eat the 3 dry meat that I have before they would eat anything else. I keep them, the dried meat, lower because I generally want to keep them for myself. So right now, they're eating the rye bread. When they finish that, everything else I've got 0 of. Then they will eat cabbage, raw cabbage. And then they'll eat dried fish meat. So, speaking of which, I probably, especially if I want to recruit some more people, I probably want to... I've got a level 6 fisher, and they are fishing pike. They're getting 2.5 a day. They're making 7 meat out of 1 pike per day. I might actually change this around a little bit. I can do the drying myself, but they could be making a lot more raw fish meat. See, up the top, they're catching 2.5 fish per day, and for each fish, for each craft of fish meat, they make 7. So 2.5, they're making basically 14, 17-ish fish meat per day out of the 2.5 pike that they catch. Let's put this up to 8. Try and use all of it. And then we just need to remember to go and get that raw fish meat and make dried fish meat out of it. Let's check, because there should be some in there already. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of raw fish meat, and we can go and dry it. We can also dry this meat. Dried meat, if you look at it down the bottom, dried meat has a 10 food value, no matter how off it is. So it's not great for feeding people. I'm not really worried about feeding people because I have a bazillion, I think it was. Was it a bazillion? Yeah, it's a bazillion rye grain. And the rye grain is being made into, let's go into production, the kitchen. We're making gruel and flatbread with onion and rye bread. Why are we making rye bread? Do we have someone doing eggs? It's been a little while since I played, obviously. Oh yeah, we're getting 10 eggs a day. I think I might actually turn down the feathers. I think that feather crest challenge that I was worrying about is stupid. So we're getting 32 eggs a day. And the kitchen is using rye bread. We're using 8 eggs a day. So we could make more rye bread. And less gruel. Rye bread has a food value. It's kind of stupid that you can't see it down here in the bottom right. This is something I've suggested that they change. Rye bread has an 85 food value, so it's like 3 times, more than 3 times, as good food value as gruel. So if we've got enough rye bread, we could probably even turn off gruel completely. We've got onions, we've got flour, we've got buckets of water. Let's turn off gruel entirely. Turn up the rye bread. And turn up the flatbread with onion. So we need 23 buckets of water a day, 18 onions a day, and 11 eggs. We've got 11 eggs, that's no problem. The buckets of water, we might have to check how we're doing on buckets of water. I don't actually remember. Eventually, if you're producing a lot of stuff with that needs buckets of water, Oh wait, they're tools. We have 69 buckets. I'm going to take all of the 90% buckets. Yeah, if you're producing a lot that requires buckets, like I'm baking bread now, which requires buckets, you probably want to have somebody on... Wait a sec, how many have I got? I've got 17 in my inventory. Oops. It's going to make it 16. Yeah, if you're producing, like, baking bread, which requires buckets of water, and you're using tons of buckets of water, you probably want to relatively quickly get someone producing buckets and get someone in the workshop producing buckets and get someone else on the well filling buckets. So why did I do this way? I'm being kind of careful. Like I said, I'm not sure if this bug... I think this bug is still current. There is a bit of a bug that if you fill buckets that are of different percentage condition, if you fill them all together at the same time at the well, then they will all end up at the condition of the lowest one, if you understand what I mean. So for example, I have 52 buckets that are 30%. If I also had 10 buckets at 90% and I filled them all, I would have 62 buckets at 30%. So we don't want that. I don't need this iron knife because I have the breathtaker. I don't really need to be carrying around that or that or that. Oh, I do have a bunch of poisoned iron arrows. I just don't have them equipped. That is silly of me. That is rather silly of me. Don't need to be carrying around that bag either. So, let's... Whoa, why am I... Oh, I'm so overloaded because I'm carrying a whole bunch of buckets. 52. Yeah, I probably could use someone on the well making buckets, or filling buckets rather. I will shortly go and look for a person. Fill 52 buckets and I will not be able to move. But my trusty steed Tempest is nearby, so I can long press A and move these to the horse until I can move. So I can drop these all off, then go to my horse's inventory, take all of those buckets, and then drop them off as well. Yeah, that's much better. Now I can move again. I was thinking I might actually like to, or I would actually like to upgrade my fishing hut. And to do that, I need survival technology. If we look in the technology tree, survival, the fishing hut is, yeah, it's actually pretty far away. The hunting lodge 2 is, I'm almost there. And then the herbalist hut 2 and the fishing hut 2. They will kind of take care of themselves because I have trying to remember if I can dry fish in the hunting lodge. I believe I can. Yes. But if I've got people doing survival things, like I have an herbalist working now and I have a fisherman working now, they are earning... Hello, Kazimiela. What are you doing? Looks like you're doing nothing. Okay, she's not doing nothing. She is working. She's just... I could put another worker in there. Could have them getting meat. But I don't really need it. Because I'm feeding my my villagers an almost completely bred diet at the moment. Which is totally fine. No problem. So today, actually, before I race off and do something else, sorry if I'm being a bit chaotic, but that's kind of how I am when I'm playing a game like this. There are so many things to do. And remember that you wanted to do. One of the things I remember I wanted to do is go to the smithy and see how we're doing on iron. And maybe make myself some good armor. Might make these bandit fights a little easier. The thing I'm really missing, I've been, I started to say it earlier, I've been playing The Last of Us Part 2. I did not play it when it came out because there was so much discussion about it online and so many idiots losing it about that game that I just got sick of hearing about it and kind of ignored it for a while. And so I've got an elite helmet. That's cool. And I just kind of ignored the game. I wasn't sure what to make of it, and I kind of stayed away from it because I had gotten spoiled on a number of parts of it. And I recently decided that that was stupid and that I should actually play it because a lot of people I know have said it's extremely good. And they were right. It is extremely good. It is, I would say now, one of my top 10 games of all time and perhaps the best story game I've ever played. And the haters can hate all they want. It will not change my opinion. I really, really liked it. So, I haven't got that much coin. And I haven't got enough bars to make a full elite armor. I could make the elite leg wear. And that might help a bit, but really what I wanted is a full set. So I'm going to leave that for now. Where are my blacksmiths? It does remind me though, I might adjust things a little. The mine is not getting very much. Let's turn the mine down. I don't need stone right now, really, at all. Iron would be nice. Let's turn this down to 5 a day. 5-ish a day. Turn this all the way up, which is 15 a day. So we're getting 5 copper and tin and 15 iron. So then we want to adjust our smithy. Oh, the smithy's actually doing okay. Let's turn these off entirely, because we already have a surplus. And can turn up the iron. The bronze shearing scissors are fine because what I'll do is we have a surplus of ore already and bars. So I'll make some. And then I can put those in the resource storage and that'll keep them going for a while. Craft more. Yeah. Yeah, Last of Us 2, the problem I'm having...
No one can destroy the metal.
No one can destroy the metal. The metal will strike you down with a vicious blow. Combat in Last of Us 2 is
I'm not
much
superstitious,
smoother
but
and...
I am a little stitious.
I won't say easier, but it just feels more... I don't know. It moves quicker and more intuitively, and yeah. Coming back to this is a little bit of a... Put that in there as well. I don't need that. Coming back to combat in this, it's all a little clumsier, which is totally understandable. Since this is not really that kind of game, it's not primarily about the combat. The combat can be fun, but obviously it's not my main thing. It's not the main thing I'm interested in or good at. But, yeah. We were talking about, or I was talking about, traps a bit earlier. Excuse me. My brain is getting ahead of my mouth. I was talking a bit earlier about survival technology and ranking up in survival technology. And when I rebuilt everything, if you remember the very beginning of this village, right next to the resource storage, I had traps. And now I don't. And I missed them. I should have traps. So, first I'm going to get slightly distracted with something else. I want... to put a bit more of a fence over here. And I don't have enough planks. Oops, I'm just making one plank, which is not that useful. Let's make more than one plank. Let's make, I don't know, 100. That is 50. Strange interface. It shows you how many logs you're using. It doesn't show you how many planks you're making. You get 2 planks for 1 log. So if you say 50, it makes 100 planks because you're using 50 logs.
New buildings spring up like mushrooms.
This one, I think we want to destroy. And what I'm going to do, this is sort of a little trick. I'm going to use the existing fence to get this one more or less lined up with it and straight. And then I'm going to... man, I didn't want to do that. Try and show you a trick and I do something really stupid instead. So, let's try again. So that is one of the... If you look up in the top at the compass, there's a there's a little line to the right of south, and sort of straight is pointing at that little line. Now, if I turn around basically 100% or 180 degrees, that's what I mean, I can use the one little line on north and bring this out, and it should be straightish. Although this is always a little tricky with fences. So let's do it the other way. Plank that one. So I'll do it this way. So the way that you're pulling the fence, so in this case I'm pulling it from left to right. The way that you're pulling the fence determines the side that is sticking out in which way. And down the bottom you can see it says right trigger rotate. That just flips it. It doesn't really rotate it, but it flips it. So put it down. And what I wanted to do before is put it in build mode and then build that one. Oh, and it didn't. Okay, I screwed up. This is how building goes. It's hard to see. I find it hard to see. When you're building something like this, I find it very hard to see which side of the fence is the one that's facing which way. So if I rotate, it should have the vertical fence palings on my side of the fence now. Yes, that's what I wanted. Thank you. And that one is the opening. So now I have more or less a fence. Let me get rid of these planks so that I'm not walking so slowly. Very good. Now we've got a few different things we could do. In the journal we only have this quest. I've talked about that one before. It's basically you go around to other towns and do quests, is how you make that one progress. We've got those bandits we could go visit again. I'm kind of keen to get them cleaned out and see what kind of loot they have. But what I'm maybe even more keen to do is go to towns and recruit a few more people. Because I definitely could use a couple more people. My village is not running at the optimum efficiency. So let's get the wines and juices, because we can sell them, and the mead, the pear wine, and the plum juice, and yeah. Let's
I hope our king is going to reign as long as possible.
also run across and get any coin that has built up. 2,500. That is something. It's not that much, but it's something. So, I want to go off to Piastovia and get a couple of people. And what do I want? I want... First of all, I took somebody out of the fold. I would like to have somebody in the fold again. I'd also like to build an apiary because it's the best way to level people in farming skill. And it also produces honeycomb, which sells pretty well. It produces a fair bit if you've got an okay farm worker. It levels them quite quickly, so it makes them a better farm worker, and the better they are, the more honeycomb they produce, and we can sell it. I would also like to get more... Let's see, more. The herbalist is working. I can't upgrade their hut yet. The fisher is a level 6 now. So she's working, or Svetoslav, he is working quite well. Let me see what I can... Yeah, see, I can personally dry fish in the hunting lodge, but I can't make my worker do it, which is a pity. The other thing, I could build a cowshed and start making milk, but nothing is high enough level for that. I feel like I'm a little behind on things functioning maybe the way they should be or could be. What is Amelia? I forget. What's she good at? She's basically only good at excavation. I'm just looking at my woodshed. Do I really need 3 people? Milan is... sort by name. Milan. Where is Milan? Oh, yeah, it doesn't show me Milan in that list because I opened it by trying to replace him. So he's a really good extractioner. Roberta is... She's got 3s, but she's pregnant. She's about to leave. She's going to leave quite soon. Yeah, so really what I need, if I want to get my mine working as well as possible, I need 3 more miners. I need 1 farmer. And I could move Roberta. Roberta has a 3 in farming, so I could actually... She's going to move soon. She's going to go on maternal leave soon, but I'll put her in the fold. And I'll put... I'll put Amelia in the other woodshed. Which is where? Down here. I'll put her in the other woodshed, which gives me an empty woodshed, which is fine for now. But it's kind of always better to have multiple people in a building together than it is 2 individual people in 2 different buildings, because they level off of each other in a way. How's my firewood doing? My demand is 520. I've got 384. Yeah, that's not so good. I'm not keeping up with demand by the lumberjacks producing what they're producing. But that's okay. I have a lot of logs stored up, I believe. And I can Oh, actually, they're both working in the... Which woodshed is this? This is the empty one. Yeah, okay. I want them working in the one closest to the resource storage. Not that it needs to be close to the resource storage. Distance is completely irrelevant, but I want it just for the looks, because I'd like to be able to see them. So I'm making a bunch of firewood. And I am carrying way too much. That's okay. I've got my trusty steed Tempest nearby. I can move this stuff to my mount. And okay. It's actually too much even for Tempest to be able to move with, but that's okay. So I switch the mount, take all of this, put it in the chest. Now if we open it up and go to management, we see that we have 6,850 firewood, and the demand is 500. So that's going to last for quite a while. So now, finally, I think I've said it like 5 or 6 times. Now, finally, I'm going to Piastovia to recruit some people. Hopefully some people with good extraction. So I picked up a few things on the way from the resource storage near Piastovia.
How are you?
And we're going to sell a bunch of extra things that we have. These are just things that I know I will never use.
Good luck.
Barlin, do you want to buy some stuff? Come here, my dude.
How can I help?
Stone spears. Every innkeeper needs some stone spears. How about some bronze armor, my man? Not enough coins. Maybe some simple hoods. Some berry juice. That's probably more the kind of thing that he wants to buy.
Prices. Have a nice day.
Unislava.
How can I help you?
I want to actually try next time I go up and approach those bandits, which I think will be tomorrow. I want to try poisoned iron bolts with an iron crossbow. So I'm going to sell her, buy from her some poisoned iron bolts, and that means she can buy a lot more other things from me. Let's see. Berry wine, she can't afford anything else. That's all right. Posnamir surely has some coin for me. Berry wine, mead, pear, plum. Have I gotten rid of all of the... I've got 12,000 right now, which is nice. Do I have anything else that I need to sell? I can sell some simple hoods.
Whatever you need, goodbye.
Oh, it's...
And Markislav, my favorite merchant. You can also buy some simple
Prices
hoods,
so
can't you?
low. Have a good day.
You have a good day too. And we've also still got Balin
How do you do?
has no
Can
money
I
left.
see you around?
Imislava.
Greetings.
Greetings. Her voice always gets me.
Farewell.
Best prices.
Oh,
Sounds like she's almost dead. So, we have 15,000 coins.
whatever you need. Good luck.
Nice. Nice, nice. But what we really came to town for is to see about recruiting a couple of people. Be just like me to ride all the way back to Podprimiki and forget about that. But no, we're not doing that.
Maybe I'll start.
Let's see. Farming extraction. So he's a good maybe. These are all women. I wanted men, but
Life is
the
a
guy
constant
here is not so great. Farming survival. So first of all, we can definitely take him.
Spring is when you feel like whistling.
Godfried. He is 18. So to avoid children happening too quickly, I want to put him with an older woman, 24. 23, 20, 32. That sounds perfect. I'm going to put him in Forest S5. This is why I name houses. Forest S5. And I'll put him in the excavation shed's already full. I wanted to put him in mine, didn't I? Yes.
Even with a
So the icons should go away. Yep. And the ladies, there was nothing special, was there? I don't really need anyone for farming right now. Don't need necessarily anyone for production.
move on.
So I think I'll ride up to Klonitsa and see what they have. So I've decided to test out my poison iron bolts on some moose. Let me just take a question of night vision so we can all see better. I'm going to ignore this moose, although she seems to want to be shot. She keeps running around right in front of me. So, one poison iron bolt to the head killed this male moose. It took a minute because the poison takes a little while to affect them, but it's not a bad thing. Let's have a drink while we're here. Some yummy swamp water. And I'm now carrying quite a lot. I could put all of this meat in my mounts inventory, all of this leather as well. And we can make some dried meat when we get back. That was 40 meat, one moose, 40 meat, and 20 leather. One male. The males and the females for moose and deer give different amounts. The males give more, which makes sense because they're a bit bigger. So I think I mentioned it before, but the campfires where you find travelers, the recruitable
Hypnotizing about
potential
the fire.
villagers, they don't sleep. They're always around their campfire. So what have we got? We've got 3 in extraction. That's something I want. We've got another 3 in extraction and in diplomacy. So these 2 guys...
How is life
Wait a sec. He's 21. He's 26.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
So if I look at my houses, we have a 24-year-old woman, a 29-year-old woman. Oh, wait, no, that's 29-year-old man. A 23-year-old woman, a 20-year-old man, and a woman. So where was the 20-year-old? Alice in Forest S4. He's 26. So if I add him to Forest S4, they will take a little while to have children. I don't know exactly how long it is. I just know that it takes a bit longer if they're further apart in age.
Sometimes
And
I've got a feeling
this
the whole
guy
world freezes for a moment.
is
As if
21.
somebody paused.
The whole world freezes for a moment as if somebody paused it. What could that possibly be? He's 21, she's 24. It's not that big a difference, but I don't think there was anyone where it was a really big difference. So crop side 3 is probably the best one with Dobrovoja.
How do you do?
So Dobromir and Dobrovoja in crop side 3 together. And he also goes in the mine. So now the mine is full, which if I go out and give it a moment to update, we'll see, if we go to the mine, extraction, mine, we're now getting 31 iron ore a day, which will make 15 bars a day. If we go into the, yeah, we're doing a lot less than that over here. We've got a level 4 and level 3 blacksmith. So until they level up, they're just going to be sort of useless. I'm going to turn the bronze shooting scissors down to 1 a day and turn the iron bars up to 6.7 a day. When we do something like that, we have to make sure that the place that's using them, which is right now only the market stall, we'll let them sell 2 a day until they start running out, because we have 21 in stock already. We may as well just let them sell as many as they want until they start running out, and then we can turn it down. Yeah. Make us some money. What are they doing? They are doing 100% simple hoods. Resource stall is selling flaxseed and cabbage seed, and we still got plenty. The food stall is not selling hardcore. Let me see. Actually, I can check. We are using 11 eggs a day, and we are getting 32 eggs a day. So we have 21 that we could be selling. We can do that in the food store. We can turn this up to, let's call it 20 a day. It doesn't add up to much. Salted fish meat, we don't have any. Let's see. Dried meat, dried fish meat. Dried fish meat, we could be selling a bit. So let's sell a bit. What we really are waiting for is for the herbalist hut to get to the point where we have some potions we can sell, and for survival technology to get to the point where we can have a hunting lodge 2, a herbalist hut 2, and a fishing hut 2. Because that will mean we can produce a lot more of all of the things that they produce, and a lot quicker. And we can put multiple people in there. Could build a second fishing hut. Might think about doing that next season. Not too bad an idea. So, out of the way, my boys. They are walking back to Podplimiki. But I have money. So I'm not going to walk. I'm going to ride. With the wagon. The quick way.
Hello.
Podplimiki. 125 coin. Oh, look at the moon. Isn't that nice? That's kind of pretty. Get back over to our manor house, which isn't really much of a manor house, to be honest. And maybe Bogusz takes a little time to look out at the moon. Good morning, Amelia.
Hello.
Thank you. She gave me a carrot. How romantic. How's the little kingdom doing? Laborers cannot work due to lack of crafting resources. I think
Have a
that
good day.
might not be true. Anyway. How is our affection doing? 99%, that's not bad. And her mood has stabilized at 57. I could improve her mood by insulating our house. It occurs to me. So let's call over Tempest. Where is Tempest? Down by the lake. Nice. I'll go and have a look at how much limestone we have. I've been prioritizing villager houses so far, but it's, as they say, happy wife, happy life. Let's see. I haven't really been paying attention to limestone for a season or two, but I've got a fair bit. So we can at least get our house completely insulated. I'm just transferring this to my trusty mount Tempest.
Here. Giddy up.
Giddy up. Come on, Tempest. Have you heard about the horse that could climb on roofs? RenderCube, the development studio, they are Polish. And there are a lot of references to The Witcher in this game, which is also by a Polish studio, based on a Polish author's work. What's on your mind, Boguslav? Oh no, I lost my rock. Yeah, he lost his rock again. He's constantly losing his rock. So, add insulation. Boom, boom. I want to redo this deck. I like the idea of having a deck out here, but I think I can do better, something better with it. So now that we've insulated that, if we look at Amelia, her mood is going way up. It was at 57 stable, and now it's going up. And if we look at Boguslav, his is also going up. So their mood will improve quite a bit. I'm curious. I'm pretty sure that there was a house that I started insulating and didn't finish. Yeah, over here. So let's finish that one first. Home is where the work is. Yeah, I guess that's a very medieval attitude. I don't know if I would agree with it myself necessarily, but so let's transfer to our mount and get all of that limestone. And he's got a whole bunch of meat that I don't want to forget. Need to do something with it. Let's do the small house first, because we can get it probably finished. I'm just doing it from the inside because it's quicker. You don't have to run around the outside, but you can do it either way. And let's, I don't know if we can get this one finished, but we can at least start it. No, we're not going to get it finished. That's fine. But now we should see that numerous people, Amelia, Boguslav, Dobromir, Gottfried, Kazimiela, Niotmazy, Objaslav. I just love reading a whole bunch of Slavic names that I'm pronouncing wrong. Vilaslava, all of their mood is going up, which is nice. Higher mood means they are more productive, up to a maximum of 100% mood, which gives you, I think, 20% productivity bonus. So it's worth increasing mood. It's also nice, I noticed it when I rode by earlier, just as a chill moment. All of the fruit trees are blooming, so our little park here looks a lot nicer than it did before. I like that. But what I wanted to do is maybe go back and take out, if possible, those bandits. Is there anything we need to or should take care of in the village? Not really. Fishing hut. Oh, actually, there is. I wanted to
If you don't like what you find,
dry the meat that I've got. And while we're at it, I could pick up the fish, the raw fish, and dry that as well. The 21 fish meat. And the 81 meat. Where's the meat coming from? Or has that just been there for ages? Huh. Oh, and I can put that carrot in there. I don't think I need it. Yeah, So go up to the hunting lodge and we can dry a whole bunch of stuff. We can do all of this. I usually do it all myself until I've got level 2 buildings. Because in a, for example, in a level 2 hunting lodge or a level 2 fishing hut, you can get a lot of this. You get a lot more done, especially once you have higher level workers. So, yeah. 121 dried meat. My goodness. Yeah, so once I've got higher level workers and I've got level 2 huts, which take 2 workers in each one, then you can really start producing a lot of dried fish or salted fish and a lot of dried or salted meat. So I've got so much meat. Bogusz is the meat man. Where am I going? Yeah, over here. For now, I'm just drying it, but later you can salt it, especially if you want to sell it. Roasted meat sells okay, dried meat sells for more, salted meat sells for the most, because it's the most complicated to make. The more, I'm pretty sure this is a universal rule, the more effort it takes to make something. Hey, there we go. Speaking of survival in a hunting lodge too, the more effort it takes to make something, the more it sells for. So, I want to eat a little. Dried fish is nice because it gives you less food consumption. Dried meat gives you a little less food consumption, but only a little. And dried fish is 12 food, and dried meat is 10. So dried fish is all round better. I'll put 26, no, 16 in there. I'll keep 20 on me, put all of the dried meat in there. And now if we look at management, our food, we have 6,600, which is more than enough. Cabbage, I want to move below the meats. So stop eating cabbage, people, and start eating meat. Although they have more than enough rye bread to keep just eating bread. And I might move these up. Porridge with berries, I'm going to make. I have a plan to make porridge with berries, but I don't have many berries, and I won't until after summer. So in autumn, I will cook a lot of porridge with berries. Possibly. Depends on how many oats I still have. But, so one more thing I wanted to do. I wanted to make an iron crossbow. I've got one, but it's... Oh, all my farmers are chillin'. Because they got all the fields done. They got all the harvesting done. They did everything very efficiently. So I might actually want to add at least one more field. If not now, then at some point. Something I like to do sometimes is go into photo mode and have a bird's eye view and check out everything. So I could, at the end of these fields, I could theoretically put in a strip of field. I could take out some trees and put in more over there. Everything's very orderly at the moment, and I don't I don't necessarily personally care much about that. It doesn't need to be. I'm fine with not so orderly. But what I could do is put a strip of 1 width field right next to this field. Gives me a little more something. Yeah, I might do that actually.
The king. Any gossip from the herald?
Any gossip from the herald? The herald doesn't like me that much, to be honest. It's been a while since I talked about fields. I like to take my hammer out and put it in destruction mode when I'm putting down fields because it makes it really clear where the edge of the field is.
Even with a shoe full of slash.
Okay, so I can't do a 2. I could do a 1. And I can run it out there. And do the same on the other side. And considering how much my farmers got done, they shouldn't have any problem getting these 2 little fields finished. In fact, they can probably get more done. Can work them harder. What do I want in these fields? I think I might do oats. Since I want to cook porridge with berries, I could probably do a 2 field. I've got a lot of space for it. Yeah. So I've got these. This is East 1, 3, 1, 2. So I'll call this just East End, Field 14. So that one's East End FCR for flax, cabbage, rye. And these ones, I want to make actually, let's see, over here, this was field 12. Field 12 is E1. Wait, no. This is E5, 3. This is E4, 2. So this is E6, 1. If you don't understand the totally logical, I'm joking, naming system, it's the 6th east field, and it's 1 wide. And it is this one. I think I'll make OR, which means oats rye. And this one, 13, would be then West 6, I think. No, West 7. Apparently. Because I have some smaller fields over there. So it's West 7, 1, and also OR. So West 7 OR. So we can do oats and then rye in autumn. That's that one. And E6 is also an OR, so oats and rye in autumn. And the one at the end was a flax cabbage rye. Cabbage in summer. And rye. And that might take a minute. But now that I added all of that, my farmers here they're sometimes kind of slow about it. But here they go, off to work. Or at least one of them is anyway. Yep, there they all go. Go get it done, guys and gal. Or guys and gals. 2 guys. 2 gals.
Don't wish it were easier. Wish
Yeah.
better.
Cool. So we expanded our fields a little bit more. This season they may not quite make it because there was a bit of a pause there where they were doing nothing. But next season they should be able to easily get all of that done. We'll see. Although next season you have to figure in harvesting. So at the beginning of a season, the farmers harvest everything, no matter what it is or where it is, before they do anything else. So you have to figure in that in summer, next season, they're going to be harvesting all of the fruit trees, which they don't have to do in spring and they don't have to do in autumn. In autumn, they will harvest hops. If you have planted hops plants, they will harvest all of the hops plants before they do anything else. So yeah, in summer, they start doing fields new a little later because they will be harvesting all of your fruit trees if you have any. And in autumn, they start everything a little bit later because they will be harvesting all of your hops if you have any. I don't have any hops. I don't generally plant hops until much later because hops matures very quickly. It takes 1 season. You plant it. The next season it's growing, and the season after that, if it's autumn, you can harvest it. What am I doing? I'm going to the wagon. That's what I'm doing. I want to go to Ostoya and get those banditos. Oh, and I also am sick of seeing this quest because it takes ages to update. So. Yeah, fruit trees take 5 seasons before the first harvest. So you plant them after that season, 5 seasons.
How is life treating you?
And then in the next summer, they can be harvested for the first time. And in total, they grow for 12 seasons. So after 12 seasons, they are at the maximum yield. And they change how they look. And they yield more fruit. And that... Tempest, calm down. Yeah, there you go. Tempest is getting hung up on the other horse. I did not get armor. I'm going to do my best without armor. We'll see how it goes. I will quick save. And hopefully not have too much of a problem with it. I think it was right here, wasn't it? Foxy Fox. Yeah, there is the cave. Now, the problem with the cave is I can't snipe them from far away. So I only basically get one free shot as soon as I can see a bandit.
Crush your face! I will make you dead and kill and take everything!
Ah, I got stuck on the rocks again.
Finally, some entertainment.
So I may just have a bunch of running away. Oh, and there's a big bandit camp up there as well. So let's do this smart and not forget. God damn it. Just missed this dude. Is he still following me? They're still following me.
I'll end you!
Got one. Got another one. So apparently the crossbow is enough to kill the dudes without armor in one shot.
You will die by my hand!
So I think there's only one left. And he's dead. Yeah. Sounds like that's it. Yay. And oh yeah, I can get my iron bolts back. Maybe. Yeah, they fall on top of them, which is a bit irritating sometimes. Yep, I think he fell on top of it. And when you loot people, you don't get your bolts back. Kind of annoying. So, iron bolts. Can't get that one back. I looted this guy, didn't I? Yeah. There is a guy out here that I didn't loot yet, but I really don't know if I can find him, and I don't want to search for half an hour. What I want to do, for sure, is get into that cave and see what loot's in there. Just in case.
It's time for a beverage.
I'll load up my crossbow again. You're right, Bogusz. It is time for a beverage.
Finally, some entertainment.
There is another dude in here. With an iron sword, which is nice. And can I get my iron bolt back? Yes. Oh, there's another iron bolt over here for some reason. I guess I shot it over there earlier and missed. Got it. Okay. So, I suppose this is empty now. Oh, there's a poisoned iron bolt over here that is still poisoned. I'll take it. So let's see what we've got. It's got to be a chest or something in here somewhere. Huh. Okay. Is there anything in here? Or just a bunch of bandits? That's a bit of a ripoff. I get a map to a bandit hideout. And as you'd expect, it has bandits in it, but it doesn't seem to have a chest. How can that be? How is that possible? It's just a whole bunch of bandits. I feel a bit... I do feel a bit ripped off. I must admit, I was expecting more. Huh. Okay. I guess that's it. I mean, killing bandits, you do get some good bandit loot. That is absolutely true. But yeah, I must admit I was expecting more. Oh well. Let's have another look at that bandit camp map. Oh, and I go to Moose Skull. Yeah, it's just marking the cave, and it's not exactly. Huh. I don't remember. Does the journal recent events history? You've learned that something of value was hidden in your realm. Yeah, but was it? Huh. Yeah. I certainly didn't... I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and have another look quickly. Nope. If there was anything of value there, I did not find it.
Move on.
I mean, other than the loot that the bandits themselves were carrying. I should probably drink a potion of night vision so that we can both see. Yeah. Huh. Somehow I feel like I didn't get exactly what that event was about, other than finding the bandits, obviously. I did that, but it says something of value is hidden in your realm. And other than what the bandits themselves were carrying, I don't know what that could be. Well,
How are you?
I think it's back to Podplamiki. and it occurs to me that there is a fence I haven't finished. Back over here. Now that I've got a whole bunch of planks, I did make a fence in the back here. I kind of... I kind of want to leave an opening somewhere on the back. Maybe I'll build that and leave that one. Once your villagers really rank up, when they get some higher levels, a lot of things that are kind of annoying to start with become kind of trivial. Like having enough logs, having enough planks, that kind of thing, because higher level workers work so much faster and produce so much more. It's really kind of a joke. So I'm still on the struggle bus as far as that sort of stuff goes. It's still taking a fair bit of time, and I can't do a lot of things that I would like to, or I can't do them easily anyway. And that's mostly going to change through having higher level villagers. I just thought I'd put a lamp in here. That makes for a nice little entrance, doesn't it? Finish that, and this one little hole back here we can destroy and maybe put in a gate. How do we feel about a gate? Maybe it's of course too damn big. So let's destroy one bit here. Put in a... Oh wait, gate, log gate. I have no idea if this one's going to look totally stupid next to these plank things. I must say I'm not super happy with gates and fences generally. I think there could be a lot better gates and fences, and I think there could be a lot more matching gates and fences. There are fences that I think are nice, totally fine, and there are no gates for them that match. Kind of like these, like that gate doesn't really go with these fences, but there isn't really a gate that goes really well with these fences, so I'll take it because I have to. There isn't much more option. So let's put the planks away and call it a night. Bogusz has had a big few days, a big spring. Put the moose skull away. Copper arrows, don't really need. Iron battle axe. These are all things I got from the banditos. Poison iron arrow. I'm going to stick with the iron crossbow for a bit, so I'll keep the recurve bows, but I don't need to be carrying them around. I am learning to like the crossbow. I didn't think I'd ever say that, but yeah, I'm starting to like it. It's not bad. So, I like how those lamps look there. That is quite nice. There's also what I plan to do with the houses. There is a decoration. It's a wall decoration. It's a lamp. Buy the scheme and put one in there, and it's just a little lamp next to the door, which I think is quite charming. That was in range. Wait. And now I'm out of range, so I don't have the resources for it, but it requires some leather, some linen thread, some sticks. I might do that really quickly, because I should have a ton of linen thread. I might even be able to make more. Let's see if I can make any. No, I can't make any, but I believe I have quite a lot. So, leather, linen thread, I have bazillions. I think I had 21 of the leather, so take 20 of that, and it was 4 of each, so I'll just take 20, 20, 20. Yeah, that allows me to make 5. So let's go back to our house, Bogusz and Amelia's house, to start with, and make her happy. It doesn't actually technically make her happy. I don't think that lanterns, I may be wrong, but I don't think that lanterns actually influence mood. We just built one, and we can check Amelia's mood. It's going up, but I think it's still going up from the can I put a, no, I can't. I can only put the lantern next to the door. I think her mood is still going up because of the insulation. I didn't check closely enough. But I'm going to go ahead and put a lantern next to the door on all the houses that I can, because I think that is something that Bogusz would do for his people. And it also just makes the whole forest village look a little bit more lived in and attractive and so on. And do I have any more? No, I don't. So I think it's time for Bogusz to go to bed. Although I wanted to check. I know that one of these houses, yeah, you can put trophies on. So I wanted to put trophies on Bogusz's house. Decorate the outside a little more, but it is also out of range. of the resource storage. So I think it'll have to wait until next season. From me at Curious Monkey Gaming, and from Bogusz and Amelia and Boguslav, I wish you a really awesome time in your medieval dynasty. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, give it a like. If you'd like to keep up with the series, give it a sub. And if you're interested, I've got a tutorial series as well. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying your medieval dynasty, and I will see you next time in summer in Podplamiki.